Holosun 507K. This is the green reticle. I like this one. Was deciding between this one and the EPS carry. I went with this one because A, it's cheaper, and 2, I like the reticle options better. This has the option for a single 2 MOA dot, or you can run it with a 2 MOA dot with a 32 MOA circle, or you can run it with just the circle, which is actually what I prefer when I carry. The footprint on this is the RMS shield, so this mounts directly to this slide. There's no optics plate or anything else needed. So right out of the box, slap this right on there, and this is good to go. I'm doing 13 rounds in each of my guns to see which one I can fire fastest and more accurate. .249. .260, and I shot this one a little more left. I was slower and less accurate. So that one was from the other one, and that was from the other. So 5 of those are new. That's a new one. So with a gun with a bigger grip, this is a Glock 45. I actually shot a little bit slower, but that last shot I had a hiccup. Then the IWI Masada Slim, I shot faster and more accurate, which is just interesting. That's about it.
Yeah, I didn't love that.
The trigger?
Yeah, the anticipation.
Yeah, well, it's hard when you go from a really nice Glock trigger to a stock one, but it's still not bad overall. I mean, do a couple more with it. It takes a little bit to get used to.
I mean, it's not terrible.
Yeah. I mean, your group's good.
I just am anticipating the shot.
Yeah.
But I think that if there was a different trigger on it, I would like it. Like if it was shorter.
That's all of them. And that is quite the impressive group there. That's one big hole and then a little straggler right there. That's the ginger shot.
What are you shooting?
What?
What kind of gun are you shooting?
What kind of gun am I shooting?
Yeah.
IWI Masada Slim. Your group's better. I mean, overall, I think we would make a pretty good team.
Yeah, I'd say so. I was going for the jugular at first, but then I think it turned into a shoulder shot.
Yep.
I blew a shoulder up.
You again just made one big hole. Alrighty, IWI Masada Slim. These are my kind of final thoughts on it. So this gun is empty, it's clear. Overall, this is exactly what I was hoping it would be. It's a great shooting, compact carry gun. So I have a list of pros and cons. Let's start with the pros and then we'll address the cons after. So the first pro is just going to be the overall ergonomics of the gun, the grip, the size. I can get my whole hand on here, which I like. Like the Glock 43, for example, my pinky hangs off. It's not comfortable for me to shoot. Like the CZP-10S, I can still get half my finger on there. That is comfortable for me. This one, I can get my full hand on there like a 43X, which I really enjoyed too, the 43X, the 48. So the first pro is that IWI did a great job with the grip, with the undercut. The overall ergonomics of this gun are great. The second pro is that in this little package, you're getting 13 plus 1. That's great considering you're 2 down from a Glock 19, and you're even more than your standard Glock 43X, which holds 10. You're right up there with the SIG 365. You're up there with the Springfield Hellcat. So that is a pro because you're getting 13 plus 1 with the stock mags with a flush fitting magazine. So not magazine extensions, anything like that. A flush fitting magazine, you're getting 13 plus 1 out of this. The next pro is that this comes out of the box optics ready. So at the beginning of this video, we were running just the standard sights. Now we're running a Holosun 507K on here. This is probably, well, it's my favorite micro dot. It's also the only one I've ever used. But after doing all the research, I like the circle with the dot. I like the 2 MOA dot and the 32 MOA circle. I carry with just the 32 MOA circle. I was looking at the EPS carry. I know it's got like the ACSS reticle, which is a much larger circle with the dot. I didn't like that one as much, and it's a little more expensive. If you do your shopping right, you can get this red dot for under $300. Next, this gun shoots incredibly well. I had 0 issues with this gun. I've shot it over 1,000 rounds through this. I've shot all different grain weights. I've shot hollow points. I've shot extreme defenders from Underwood. I've shot polymer bullets. Pretty much everything that I would ever shoot at the range or carry, I've shot through this. 0 hiccups at all. It has been fantastic. So this has been a very great shooting gun out of the box. On to the cons. So the first con, and it's something I've talked about, is going to be on the frame where my left thumb goes on my support hand. There's not a great spot for my thumb to get a good downward leverage on my grip. It's very, very smooth, and my thumb wants to slide off when I shoot. Now I can really grip down lower, like around my hand, and it helps a little bit, but I really want to get that forward pressure. So what I'm going to do is I probably will end up stippling this or adding grip tape or something. So next up, one of the cons kind of goes with one of the pros, in which I mentioned that the magazine holds 13. The con on that is going to be that the magazines are a little pricey. I think I was looking at them and they were around $40. Not that you need to stock up on compact carry magazines. I don't believe that you need to. But that's a con. If you wanted to get more, they're a little more pricey. However, if you're carrying a 43X or 48 and you're buying shield mags, those hold 15. They're also $40, and you may or may not get good reliability out of them. That's from my experience. I've purchased quite a few of the shield mags. Most of mine work. I've had a couple that do not work, even with modifications that I've seen on videos to try. They just have not worked. I couldn't come up with a ton of cons for this gun because I really enjoyed shooting it. I've always been one that likes putting drop-in parts in my guns and my Glocks. I like carrying different trigger shoes, and I carry a lot of the Johnny Glock trigger parts, so I like to put those in all my Glocks. This, you're not going to find as many aftermarket parts for this. Just the way that everything is set up on the internals, you're not going to find all the drop-in parts. However, as I've mentioned, this shoots great out of the box. Honorable mention for this gun is going to be the trigger. It took me a little bit to get used to. At first I wasn't a huge fan, but as I just said, I have a lot of Johnny Glock triggers in my guns, and if you know anything about Johnny Glock trigger parts, you can't do much better than that, and I get a little spoiled when it comes to triggers. After shooting this one quite a bit, I really enjoyed it. I talked about it having quite a long take up initially, but once you get to there, it's a nice crisp break with a very short reset, and then a very crisp break again. So I would say, based on feel, you're probably getting around a 5.5 pound trigger pull on there, that's what I want for carry, and it's been reliable every time. So I'll take that over a super light trigger. I want something that's consistent and reliable, and for a carry gun, that is exactly what I've gotten out of this. So for the price, again, I got this just under $400. I don't know that you can really beat it. It's just been a fantastic shooting gun. I will definitely be having this in more videos to come. I'll probably be testing out different defense ammos with it. I do have a ballistics gel block on the way, so we will be doing a ballistics gel test with a couple different kinds of defense ammo. So let me know in the comments if there's any specific ones that you'd like to see. I am planning on testing Underwood ammo, Fort Scott ammo, and Novex. Those are the three I'm for sure going to try. I'll probably try to add in 2 other ones just to get a couple popular ones. Maybe if there's some that you guys carry, let me know what that is in the comments. Well, thank you guys for checking out this review of this gun. If you can, get your hands on one of these. You will not regret it. So thank you guys again. Go ahead and like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.